They called him brilliant, a visionary, a man who promised to cure the afterlife itself. But in the eerie silence of his hidden laboratory, the screams were never heard. This celebrated surgeon's hunger for knowledge twisted into something far more monstrous, a hunger for human flesh. This is the true story, buried by history, of a doctor who believed he could conquer death by consuming the living. Viewers' discretion is advised. Chapter 1: The Rise of Dr. Heinrich Fuchs, Vienna, 1923. The city was a ghost, still bleeding from the wounds of the Great War. Amid the ruins and despair, one name echoed through the halls of medicine with a mix of awe and reverence: Dr. Heinrich Fuchs. He was a surgeon of unparalleled talent. His hands moved with the precision of a watchmaker and the grace of an artist. They said he could mend the most broken bodies, that his scalpel was guided by genius. But genius, as we know, often walks hand in hand with obsession. And Dr. Fuchs's obsession was born from a profound tragedy. His wife, the love of his life, was stolen from him by tuberculosis. As he watched her fade away, something inside him shattered. The calm, collected surgeon was replaced by a man consumed by grief and rage. He stood by her grave and made a vow, not to a god, but to science itself. He swore he would bring her back. Not spiritually, not as a memory, but physically. He would reverse death. He would defy nature. This vow would set him on a path so dark, it would be erased from the very pages of history. Chapter 2: The Secret Experiments. By 1926, the whispers had grown too loud to ignore. The hospital that once celebrated him, now cast him out. Rumors slithered through the corridors, of missing organs from the morgue, of unauthorized dissections performed in the dead of night. Dr. Fuchs was officially dismissed for unethical practices, a vague charge that concealed a horrifying truth. He vanished from public life, disappearing as if into thin air. But he didn't go far. Beneath a derelict butcher's shop, in a damp and forgotten cellar, he built a new laboratory. This wasn't a place of healing, it was a sanctuary for his twisted new theory. Down in the cold, echoing basement, surrounded by strange anatomical charts and bubbling beakers, Fuchs refined his hypothesis. He became convinced that life force, the very essence of vitality, could be transferred from one person to another through consumption. It was a grotesque, cannibalistic form of alchemy. He started small. At first, he used preserved tissue samples stolen from the hospital morgue. He meticulously documented the results, which were, of course, non-existent. He then moved on to blood, sourcing it from the city's desperate and destitute. He'd offer a few coins for a vial, promising it was for anemia research. But these small tastes only fueled his obsession. They weren't potent enough. He needed something more. He needed the vitality of the living. And so, he began to lure people into his subterranean world. People who wouldn't be missed. The city's poor, the homeless, the forgotten souls who wandered the streets of post-war Vienna, they all saw a flicker of hope in the kind doctor offering help. He set up a clandestine clinic in his cellar, offering free treatments for the ailments that plagued the lower classes. The price wasn't money. It was silence. Chapter 3: The Patients. The stories from those who visited his clinic were strange and unsettling. Some patients left looking paler, weaker, as if a part of them had been drained away. They spoke of strange procedures, of feeling dizzy and disoriented. Others simply were never seen again. They would walk down the steps into the butcher's shop basement and vanish from the face of the earth. Dr. Fuchs, ever the man of science, was documenting everything. He served his patients what he called nutritional tonics, thick, dark liquids he claimed would restore their health. Years later, forensic analysis of his preserved journals and samples would reveal the horrifying truth. These tonics contained traces of human protein. He was, in essence, feeding his patients to each other and experimenting on himself. In his private notes, written in a steady, chillingly rational hand, he revealed the depths of his delusion. One entry reads, "They are not victims. They are participants in a grand evolutionary experiment. Through them, I will unlock the key to eternal life. Their small sacrifice will grant humanity a gift beyond measure." He didn't see them as people anymore. They were merely raw materials, fuel for his unholy quest to resurrect his wife and, ultimately, to grant himself immortality. He was no longer a doctor trying to save a life. He had become a monster, consuming life to satisfy his own warped vision of progress. The Butcher of Vienna was just beginning his work. Thank you for watching this far. If you find these hidden histories as fascinating as I do, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next chapter of the story. Chapter 4: The Discovery. The year is 1929. In a quiet, unsuspecting Berlin neighborhood, a foul stench begins to creep from the cellar of a former butcher's shop. Neighbors complain, thinking it's spoiled meat, but the smell is different. It's sickly sweet, chemical, and tinged with something metallic. The police are finally called. What they find in that basement is a scene straight from a nightmare. It's a laboratory of horrors. Human body parts, perfectly preserved, float in jars filled with strange chemical concoctions. On the stone walls, half-finished surgical diagrams are scrawled in charcoal, depicting procedures so grotesque they defy belief. But the most chilling discovery is a leather-bound journal. The handwriting is meticulous, the prose almost poetic. One entry sends a shiver down the spine of every officer who reads it. To become immortal, one must first consume mortality. The man behind this macabre workshop is identified, a disgraced surgeon named Dr. Alistair Fuchs. But his name would never reach the public. The authorities, fearing mass hysteria and a scandal that would rock the German medical establishment, move swiftly to silence the case. The press is gagged. Every report is buried. The butcher shop is sealed, its secrets locked away in the dark. Fuchs himself isn't sent to a prison. That would mean a public trial, questions, and an unavoidable spectacle. Instead, he's quietly transferred to a secluded private asylum high in the Swiss Alps, a place for the wealthy and the deranged, where secrets are kept for a price. To the world, he simply vanishes. But in the sterile, white-walled confines of his new home, Dr. Fuchs's work is far from over. He no longer needs external subjects. He has found the perfect specimen for his final, twisted experiment, himself. Chapter 5: The Final Experiment. Inside the asylum, Fuchs becomes a recluse, a ghost haunting the corridors. He spends his days in self-imposed isolation, scribbling furiously in new journals. His theory has evolved. He now believes that the human body possesses a latent power of regeneration, a key to immortality that could be unlocked through a radical act of self-consumption. He theorizes that by consuming his own flesh, he could trigger a primal regenerative response, forcing his cells to rebuild themselves stronger, better, purer. He saw it not as self-mutilation, but as a sacred cycle of renewal. The orderlies who watch him speak of his chilling calm. They are both fascinated and horrified. One orderly later recounts an incident that would become a dark legend within the asylum's walls. He claims he saw Fuchs, with the precision of a surgeon, use a sharpened piece of metal to carve a significant chunk of flesh from his own forearm. There was no cry of pain, no hesitation. Just a focused intensity. Then, just as calmly, he stitched the bleeding wound closed with a needle and thread he had somehow acquired. He then consumed the piece he had removed. This gruesome ritual reportedly continues for months. His body becomes a canvas of scars and fresh wounds, a testament to his horrifying dedication. Then, in 1934, the experiment reaches its conclusion. An orderly finds Dr. Fuchs in his room, lifeless. His body is emaciated, covered in healed-over scars and one final, fresh wound. But the most unsettling detail is the expression on his face. He died with a serene, knowing smile. There is no grave for Alistair Fuchs. No death certificate is ever officially filed. The asylum records are scrubbed clean. Just like his crimes in Berlin, his death is erased, swallowed by a conspiracy of silence. Chapter 6. The cover-up. After his death, the cover-up becomes absolute. The European Medical Board, terrified of what his research might imply, orchestrates a systematic erasure of his existence. Every file related to his career is burned. Every photograph is destroyed. His name is expunged from university records and medical directories. It's as if Alistair Fuchs never lived. The goal is to bury not just the man, but his monstrous ideas. But you can't truly destroy an idea, especially one written down. Decades later, fragments of his notes begin to surface. Smuggled out of the asylum by a corrupt orderly, sold on the black market of forbidden knowledge, these pages are a scientific bombshell. They detail highly advanced theories on cellular regeneration and tissue engineering. The chilling part? His methods, though barbaric, describe principles that eerily mirror modern breakthroughs in organ regeneration and stem cell research. It raises a terrifying question. Did someone find his work and secretly continue it? Or did the legitimate scientific world, by some dark coincidence or whispered secret, stumble upon the same path he walked, learning from his madness in secret? Chapter 7. Legacy of Horror. Today, the old butcher's shop in Berlin still stands, now an abandoned, derelict building. Locals whisper that it's haunted. They say that on certain nights, you can see a faint light flickering in the basement windows, as if someone is still at work down there. And sometimes, when the wind is just right, a strange, metallic smell wafts up from the drains, a scent like old iron and chemicals. The name Alistair Fuchs was successfully buried, a ghost in the footnotes of history. But his ideas, his dark legacy, they didn't die with him. Because the uncomfortable truth is that even now, in the most advanced and respected research facilities in the world, the line between science and sin, between progress and monstrosity, is terrifyingly thin. Epilogue. Reflection. History has a habit of hiding its monsters. It polishes its heroes and buries its atrocities to protect the narrative of progress, to maintain the illusion of civility. But for every name that is erased, a shadow remains. It lingers in the margins of textbooks, in the whispers between scientists in closed-door meetings, and in the minds of those who believe that progress is worth any cost, even the cost of our own humanity. So the next time you hear about a miraculous medical breakthrough, a new way to regenerate tissue or grow organs, take a moment to ask yourself a simple question: who paid the price for it? What secrets are hidden in the foundations of that discovery? If you want me to uncover the next erased atrocity, the next monster hidden by history, comment Doctor below. Thanks for watching.